Hey, oh, hey. The devil is really trying to take me out of here. Let me turn that light on. See? Really, 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 really trying to get me out of here. Um, I haven't really talked to y'all today. This is Monique. I got a phone call this morning from my neurosurgeon because he had overlooked the MRI and the CAT scan photos from when I fell last Thursday. Remember, I told y'all that I fell in my house, putting my pajamas on. I passed out or fainted or something. But he overlooked it, something that most doctors or I guess x-ray technicians don't do. But someone overlooked it, and he seen that I re-injured my back fusion surgery. So he asked me to come in here as soon as possible today, which I did. I got here to his office about, I guess maybe about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And he told me he wanted me to go right across the street to the emergency room and get another MRI to make sure the screws and all of that wasn't out of place. But my incision reopened. He said that sometimes that's something that happens. And he was trying to explain like some type of procedure that they might have to do um, with the incision to help it close. Some type of layer of, it's some type of mesh or something that'll help fuse it back together, my skin, or help come back together closer to heal right. He's not saying that he took the staples out too soon, but one of my sisters did mention it today when I talked to her and told her what was going on. She's like, I kind of thought that they, took your staples out too soon. And it was like maybe like, I want to say maybe probably about a week later after my surgery that they did take the staples out. But who am I to say, don't do it? I'm thinking they know what they're doing, and it was the best decision. But I did say to myself, I said, that's kind of soon. But I guess everybody, this is how you say it, everybody's body is different. Everybody heals differently and reacts differently to different things. And yeah, this is how my body is reacting to this lumbar fusion. I'm sorry, but my gown is not tied up in the back. I hate for it to be tied up. I got an IV. Um, they're giving me the strongest medication, possibly because it hurts so bad, you guys. Still, it seems like it hurts now worse than it did when I first got the surgery. And it was just constant, constant, constant pain. There's no let up, there's no get up, there's nothing that can help it. When I walk, it hurts. When I stand, it walks. When I lay down, it walks. When I sit down, it walks. Just everything, it hurts. And then being that, when you sit down, your back and stuff is against whatever you're sitting on. And just the touch of anything touching that site back there, it's almost taking me out. It's almost taking me out of here. It really is. And y'all know that I'm not a person that likes medicine. I hate medicine. I hate how it makes you feel. I'm a firm, firm believer in all natural herbs, like Dr. Sabi was. Dr. Sabi was doing everything from the earth and curing us from the earth. Okay, I believe that's why they did that to that man because he was about to put the pharmaceutical places out of business. Period. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But here I am again, back in the hospital, second time being hospitalized. since this surgery on January the 21st. And I said I wasn't going to cry, and I'm not going to cry because God got me. God got me. He's bringing me through all of this stuff, you guys, I believe, for a reason. Testing my faith, testing how strong I am. But I believe in His grace and mercy. I have faith that He's going to pull me through like He pulls me through out of any other difficult uh, backs against the wall situations that has ever occurred in my life. He has always, always, always been there for me. And I truly, truly appreciate Him and love Him. He is my Father. He is my protector. He is my husband. And I love Him. I will always, 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 always worship God. And no, I'm not okay. I'm back in the hospital. If you just tuning in or coming on, yeah, back in the hospital. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to be here. I don't know. Like once he reads the CAT scan and the MRI pictures, he's saying that he's hoping and we're keeping our fingers crossed that he doesn't have to go back in and recut me or do another procedure. Um, but if need be, if that's what they have to do, then I have nothing to say about that. If they have to correct it, yes, let them correct it. Yes, let them correct it. But it's just been rough these 4 weeks, and I'm just barely 4 weeks from the surgery, the spinal fusion surgery. I'm just 4 weeks. Like I said, my surgery is on January the 21st. I spent a week here in the hospital, and then after that, I left here and I didn't go home. I went to the nursing home, like nursing home rehab, uh, for physical therapy on all of that. I was there for a week and was having like a lot of family issues and issues with my son and personal stuff. And the kind of thing that I rushed to get out of there, like really, really too soon. And I was forced to do everything by myself and for myself because I live by myself. And that's what the doctor was afraid of. And everybody was saying, just stay in there and chill and do the rehab and let them do whatever. Like, because once you get home, like, who's going to do all of that for you? You forget you live by yourself. And I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of the medicine. I'm tired of the therapy. It hurts. And yeah, all of these people that are on here for the newcomers that's asking me right now what happened. You have to go over there and look at my videos, and then it explains to you what happened. But I'm not going through all of that right now about what happened. I appreciate you returning subscribers and followers. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I love you down, you guys. My channel's doing really, really good. Um, yes, I have slowed down, and you haven't been seeing me that much because of me being in recovery and me just not feeling good and it hurting and trying to take care of myself and do the right things and all of that. It's just been a lot. But I think that I'm doing great as far as giving you guys good content, uh, telling you guys, letting you guys know what's going on and the progress for those that are thinking about getting this surgery or those that you have already gotten the surgery. I would like to hear from you guys. Like, comment below and let me know how you doing. What are some of the things that you're doing for to eliminate pain? Because I swear and think that I'm a weirdo because I'm like, oh my God, like, am I the only one that's in the world or around right now that's going through this pain? And I said it to my doctor today. He's like, no, it's like you're still new. It's only was 4 weeks ago that I cut your back wide open and fused your disc and did God knows what. because I keep asking him, and I asked him again today. I keep asking him. I'm like, "You sure you didn't give me a BBL?" And he's laughing like, "Why you say that?" I'm like, "Because my butt, both butt cheeks, my butt and my hips hurt so bad." And he's like, "No, I didn't give you a BBL. I fixed your back." But I guess like with all of that being so close together down there, and whatever they do to fix the spine and fuse it, and whatever they do while they in there, stuff is moved around. And yeah, it was a very big, serious surgery, you guys, that I had. Like, I was in surgery for like 5, 6 hours. I was under for like 5, 6 hours. It felt like 15, 20 minutes, but yeah. Like when I woke up, because I remember, I remember they kept saying you're going to surgery at 7:30. Surgery's going to be at 7:30. And I kept looking at the clock, kept looking at the clock, because I was trying to like be aware and try to like memorize the different things and stuff that were going on, so I can let you guys know what was going on. Like I wanted to be aware of that because I know I was just getting ready to be out, totally out. Okay, like comatose. Okay. And I remember looking at the clock. It was 7:30, and I remember them taking me and wheeling me to the operating room, like rolling me down the hallway. And I remember the nurse, the anesthesiologist. I remember her saying to me, "I just gave you something to relax you." And I remember that, so I'm like trying to be aware of what she just said. I'm saying to myself, "Okay, she didn't just gave me something to, semi put me down." And then when we got in there in the operating room, I remember getting in the operating room and I was just looking around like this. And there was a lot of people in there. And I remember them putting the oxygen mask over my face like that. And I remember grabbing the oxygen mask, like just grabbing it like that. And that's all I remember. And when I woke up in extreme pain, hollering and screaming because I've never, ever experienced pain like that in my life. Never, ever experienced pain like that in my life. Like, it hurt, you guys. Even to breathe, taking deep, they was just like, breathe, taking deep breaths. And he had oxygen in my nose. Even just doing that was hurting. Like, they had to tell me, like, it's Harvey, it's other patients in here. You kind of like bring it down. You're loud, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It hurts. But yeah, I had like 100 staples in my back. I had a drain, one drain. They took the drain out maybe like 3 days later. I stayed maybe like a week, like 5 days in the hospital. I didn't think I was going to be there that long, but yeah, I was like 5 days in there because they was really trying to uh, help me help me get my pain under control and help me try to manage my pain because like once I left there and went to the nursing home, I wasn't on IV anymore, so everything was by oral, like pills and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, I'm back in here, you guys. They're treating me so nice in here. The nurses and the doctor. The doctor, he's like, I don't think that it's infected. It doesn't look like it's infected. It doesn't look like it's any fluid in there. It's just very swollen. And it could be a possibility that when you fell, you could have knocked some of the screws or whatever loose. But he's like, we're going to be optimistic. We're not going to look at that. But this is the things that I have to tell you that could happen, like that. You could have re-injured it because we don't know how hard you fell. You don't know how hard you fell. Like, I don't even remember falling. All I remember is getting out of the shower. I remember drying off. And see, this is where I messed up at because I was standing up. And they always had kept telling me, like, once you get home and you're trying to get dressed and put on your underwear or your pants and stuff like that, or your socks, make sure you're sitting down. Make sure you're not standing up because you can bend it down and stuff, sometimes you do get lightheaded, whether you had surgery or not. And they said make sure that you're always sitting down. And I wasn't sitting down. I was rushing because I was tired. And I was rushing, like just trying to hurry up and get my pajamas on and get comfortable and lay down. And that's all I remember is like putting my pajama pants on, and that was it. When I came to, or whatever had woke me up, I was looking up at the ceiling and I was like, that's that's my ceiling. Did I fall? Did I pass out? And I'm looking around like, oh my God. And that's when the pain hit me and everything. And then I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get up? Because again, I knew by myself how I'm going to get up. It took me. I was so mad. I was so mad at myself because um, where I was laying and I could see the clock on my stove. And I'm looking at the clock and trying to get up, looking at the clock and trying to get up. And it was like a good 25, 30 minutes that it took me to get up. Like I kept grabbing on the stuff and just kept slipping back down. Not falling, but I couldn't get a grip and get my feet situated to feel comfortable enough to stand up. Like, it's back surgery. You're not even supposed to be lifting yourself up off the ground. You're not even supposed to be like lifting yourself up off the chair. You're not even supposed to be lifting yourself up off the bed. Like, there's certain ways and stuff. Like, I haven't slept in my bed since I had the surgery. I've been sleeping in the recliner because it hurts really, really bad to lay flat or lay on my side or lay on my stomach. It's just crazy, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for all the well wishes and prayers, you guys. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do. Um, I'm not going to say anymore that I wish I wouldn't have never did this because that's what I said in all in the beginning. I wish I would have never did it. I wish I would have never did it. It's just my recovery process is a little bit longer than others. Everything's is different, from what I researched and researched. Uh, it's other people's process that were just like mine. Everybody's like, yeah, it's a process. It's a process. And it's a journey, and you have to be prepared for it. It's not for the weak at all. But I'm hoping and praying that this surgery comes out to be a success. Once everything heals back together and everything, a good 6, 8 weeks maybe, yeah. And like I said, I told you guys that I plan on getting plastic surgery after this. Like I put the plastic surgery off for this back surgery because I've been going through this back surgery longer than anything since like the end, like 1999 is when I first injured it, like all the way up till now. And I was doing all types of other measures and things trying to avoid surgery because I remember, the myths and what people say. Don't ever get surgery on your back. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. Your back is never going to be the same and they're going to mess you up. You can get paralyzed, all this crazy stuff. But like I said, I tried everything. I tried water therapy. I tried the cortisone injection shots in my bed. I tried acupuncture. I tried regular therapy. Oh, you name it, I did it. You name it, I did it. And when it started affecting my leg and my walking in September, like the end of the summer, I had an excruciating pain that was in my right leg. And I was like, it hurt so bad to where I was like dragging my left leg. That's how bad it hurt. Dragging it. And I was like, nope, she's not going to be walking around with a walker, and she's not going to be walking around with no cane. Huh? Me? Cause I messed up my swag. So I finally met with the orthopedic doctor. They did tests, x-rays, and he said, it's your back. And I said, my back? I said, yeah, I have problems with my back. My back has been killing me for years. This is over a 20-year thing that's been going on with me. But it never affected my leg. Why is it affecting my leg? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to send you to my specialist. My partner, my colleague, he's a neurosurgeon, neurologist. And I want him to look at your MRI and your x-rays. And I want to get his opinion, but I'm looking towards you getting surgery. It looks like you're going to need surgery. Your MRI and your CAT scan pictures are not looking good at all. Your disc is totally out of control. Your sciatica nerve, all of that. So I met with Dr. Spadata, and he looked at my x-rays, and right away he said, that's the only thing I can help you. Lumbar fusion surgery. The L15 and S1 or something like that. Something like that. I don't have the paperwork right in front of me, but it was something like that. Laminectomy. And yeah, that's what happened on January the 21st. And 4 weeks later, here I am. He did mention today when he saw me, he did mention, he said, did you kind of think that you left the nursing home and went home too soon? I said, yeah, I do. I kind of do because, like I said, I lived by myself. And the nurses and nursing assistants that uh, I had got through my insurance for them to come and help me, they don't do like housework and cleaning and cooking and bathing and stuff like that. They have them that do that, but that's cost out of pocket. That's out of pocket. Like that's not covered with my insurance. I would have to pay out of pocket for that, and I really can't afford that right now. But they do therapy and the exercises and stuff like that, and we really haven't been able to do that really because I've been in so much pain. Like I'll walk a little bit up and down the hallways with her. I did that yesterday with her with my walker, but we didn't do it for long because I was in a lot of pain, and that's when, her and the other nurse, they're the ones that actually uh, got me to come here, and I really, really appreciate them for doing it because she changed my bandage, and that's when she was like, "Oh my God, your incision is open. It looks like your incision is open," and I start crying, and it was like, "No, don't cry. Like we're gonna send this right to the doctor, right to Dr. Spadata, so he can see this and see what he says." And they did. She sent it right over, and they called me. The doctor was on like that. Called me about an hour later and was like, "Can you get to my office?" I was like, "There's no way. I can come tomorrow, but I can't get there today. Like I've been doing too much already today. I can't do it. I'll pass out again." So I got up this morning and came over here to his office, and here we are. So continue to pray for me, you guys. Keep me in your prayers. I'm not ready to leave this world. God is not ready for me to leave this world. This is just some struggles and obstacles that life is life right now for me, I should say. But I'm strong. I just turned 58 years old on February the 10th. And if it wasn't for this back surgery and all of this, I would feel fine. I'm sorry. My arm hit the table. I would be fine if it wasn't for this back surgery. And like I said, I got stuff to do. I'm scheduled to get the tummy tuck uh, in May. So I gotta get it together. I gotta get it together. Gotta get it together. And I will. I will. I will. But don't forget to go over there, you guys. Follow me on my channels. We have a journey. I have a journey. I have a journey. I have a story. I love to share things with you guys. I treat you guys and talk to you guys like you're my brothers and sisters. I have brothers and sisters. I got 11 brothers and sisters. I'm the baby of all of them. But they're all older than me, you know what I mean? And they're at an age now where they really can't understand or communicate with me because they're at an older age now. I'm more closer like with my nieces and nephews and stuff like that because a lot of them are closer in age with me. And I feel more comfortable with talking to them, or they feel more comfortable with talking to me about different things. But yeah. God is good. God is good. I'm getting ready to get off here. 'Cause they came in here, they've been giving me morphine. And I don't know if you could see it in my eyes. That's why I don't like this stuff. That's why. That's why. This is why. And I did my hair. You know, that's why I say God is good. This is a full sewing, a 13 by a 13 by 4 front tail right here, and all of this is bundles sold in. Is she blessed? Is she blessed in the making or what? What spinal fusion surgery and did a sewing? I love you, God. I love you guys. I'll pick you guys back up tomorrow sometime. I'll give you a progress of what's going on. Like I said, I don't know how many days I'm going to be in here. Let's hope it's not too long. But yeah, wish me luck, peace and blessings, you guys, and have a blessed night.